When was his birthday? And there's no archaeology.
There's no archaeology when he was born, but they just made a day, and that day was to give gifts. It's
See,
like Thanksgiving.
so you
It's
remember
basically
back
like that.
in, you remember back like in jungle times and stuff, medieval times.
I
They
wasn't
used
born
to,
in Juggle time.
they used to sacrifice on the false gods.
Yeah.
Like the pyramids and stuff. And they go to walk up to the top of the pyramid, and then they throw people in the pit or something like that.
Yeah.
They was given like when you like that's what they was doing, like the Mayans and the Amazonians and the Inca people. That's Central America. Um, where's Honduras at?
Central America.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's special though. I mean, it's just the last of the what they call Mexicans were their ancestors were the Nazi people. Those are the Indians that lived in the canyons and the mountains in Mexico. But they taught us in school that those were the last of the Native Americans to ever really besides tribal reservations, like those were the last of the Mexicans' ancestors.
Yeah.
So even Hondurans, so Guatemalans, Venezuelans, Puerto Ricans, our people we stretch, but we're not Spanish, and that's what we try to tell people because the Spanish are the ones who conquered the Mexicans and gave them their language. And when you look at Spanish and English, Jewish, all at the end of it is ish. You know what I mean? Ish, something offish. You know what I mean? But Revelations 2:9, 3:9 says, I know thy poverty, but thou art rich. I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and do lie, but are the synagogue of Satan. When you look at that word synagogue, it's the Greek word synagoge, because there's these churches, they try to turn you gay. And people are like, well, you don't understand what you're saying. But that's why we say stay out of these churches. We don't want the devil jumping in on you know
But I mean, I go to church, and like, I don't know, we can't just blame everything on the churches or the people. It's because at the end of the day, who makes the decisions is us,
right. Yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
the people.
Well,
The people
listen.
can tell you as much as stuff they want.
Let not the it says let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall, and just Isaiah 65:3 says the people in the altars made with hands and bricks and stuff, like a building you go through, like a cathedral. Um, it says that just basically, yeah, he's not happy with them. But Isaiah 65:3, a people that provoketh me. Um, I'll start at the second verse. I have spread out my hands all day unto a rebellious people which walketh in a way that is not good after their own thoughts. A people that provoketh me to anger continually to my face, that sacrificeth in gardens and burneth incense upon altars of brick, which remain among the graves and lodge in the monuments, which eat swine's flesh and broth of abominable things in their vessels, which say, stand by thyself, come not near me, for I am holier than thou. These are a smoke in my nose, a fire that burneth all the day. Um, so basically, like, you got all these people. You know how many people be driving and they go to church too, and how many times they made it heard the verse, "Help the poor, deliver the poor." You know, it's just deep because it says like the least in the kingdom was greater than John. So that was a parable telling us the Messiah was going to be poor when he came back to earth, and basically when he starts looking at all these churches around and he's like, okay, well you guys are out of order out here. Well, that's when basically he's gonna start to when we get closer to the end of the world, like we trying to comfort people like y'all that believe. Don't even trip out. You know what I mean? Because it says like that this day does not
Yeah.
overtake you. You know what I mean? Like he told us about these things happening. He told us about people trying to pull us away from him, and we just found out our people super special, and they hate when we talk because it's all about connection, and man, I just know that my dad was of color like black man, and my mom says we come from the natives, so but she's like super white, you know. But I had to understand, like, you know, yeah, there's there's people who look white people like white people, but they, like I said, your skin is super white. So you had I don't know, if you married like a Scottish person or something, you know, there's no telling what they would come out like. They could come out with blue eyes and blonde hair, you know, with some curlies, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, but we try to tell people, our people, we look like the Messiah. So it'd be deep.